And welcome back to Ask Coach Wendy. Alongside Wendy Mader, I'm Dave Erickson. She's in Colorado. I'm in Washington State, and the off season is pretty much upon us. So our topic today is about improving your swimming, and this is the time of year when we want to do our best technique work. Wendy, what are some ways we can improve our swimming in the off season?
Well, when I'm coaching someone on deck, the first thing I'm looking at is breathing, body balance, and rotation. Rotation actually goes a long way because your technique is connected to your rotation. So once we determine whether the athlete can breathe or not, and the most important part about breathing is a forceful exhale before you inhale, we talk about body rotation, being on your left hip or right hip. That actually does provide a little propulsion, but it kind of connects the three main phases of the stroke. So phase one is recovery, what's going on out of the water, because that affects your hand entry, and how you enter ultimately affects your catch and your pull. And it's really the underwater pull that drives your hip rotation. So we want to set you up with a good high elbow recovery, elbow above your fingertips, and you want to enter with your fingertips, wrist, and then elbow, because that sets you up to get a good, what's called a high elbow catch, and then that catch and that pull drives that rotation. So there's actually, when we're talking about efficiency, we're talking about the catch and the pull. So there's actually three drills that I'll use that focus on the catch and the pull. Number one is the catch-up drill. A lot of people think the catch-up drill is all about catching up one hand to the other, but actually the catch-up drill is ultimately talking about catching the catch part of the stroke. It has less to do with the catching up of one hand to the other, and it has to do with the catch. See how high my elbows are? And you catch, and then you pull, and you rotate, and your arm comes around. Catch, pull. So when you do a drill, you're really focused on an aspect of the stroke. In this drill, you're focused on the catch part of the stroke. Leading into the next drill, the catch-up drill focuses nicely, and it's called extended doggy paddle. So your arms never come out of the water. It's important, the arms are about 6 inches under the water. You catch, you pull, and then you bring your arm back around. Catch, pull, bring your arm back around. These two specific drills are really specific to the underwater pull, which is so important. And it's important to understand that connection between the catch, the pull, and the rotation. The catch, the pull, and the rotation. On that note, what's really critical and often aspect of swimming that I don't see people emphasizing enough is the hand entry. A lot of other coaches teach a lot of reaching in front of you. I hate that. I teach how you let your hip rotation help extend your arm out in front of you. Instead of reaching with your shoulder out in front of you, you want to rotate after you enter. So I spend a lot of time on a specific drill that I created. It's called Head Out of the Water drill. It's my signature drill, and you can find videos of me on my website doing that. But also the fist drill, because the fist drill helps you punch the water, really get deep in the water, and when you lose surface area, you really get a good catch before your pull. So I guess there's 4 drills that I emphasize: catch-up drill, underwater doggy paddle, head out of the water drill, and fist drill, because they're so important to get a good strong pull underwater. And it's all about extending from behind. Push from behind, that's so important.
You've got some great videos on your website, t2coaching.com, even a tab that says swim, and then it says get wet below it. So it breaks it in. You got swim, bike, run, triathlon tips, and so on. But that swim section is really great. And so everything Wendy's talking about is right there. Do you make videos on a regular basis, or how many do you have that people can reference?
Well, I actually made my first videos of me swimming in 2008, and I haven't really had to make many since. I specialize in swim technique. I'm very passionate about the way I teach, because I've helped so many people change their technique for the better. And so I have my system, and that blog on my website, 6 steps, focus on these 6 things to improve your swimming technique, is so important. And then sometimes just for the athlete, just for an updated version, after I film them and I use my GoPro on a stick and I follow them in the water, they'll do it on me and they'll just get fresh videos. They'll GoPro me underwater just so they have me underwater and them underwater at the same time in the same video. So, we'll watch videos on deck. I'll download videos onto their laptop and we'll be watching their videos and do an assessment on deck. So I think it's just so important to do video when it comes to technique, because any technique is free speed. If you improve your technique on the bike, improve your technique on the run or the swim, it's free speed. And who doesn't want free speed?
Right. Now, as a coach and you working with clients all over the country, a lot of it I know is through Skype. Can someone as a client farther away shoot video and then send it to you for critique?
Absolutely, because I don't like to give them swim workouts unless I know what their technique limiter is. So more often than not, someone even above water, I can see a lot above water just because I've been doing this forever, but even just above water video is so beneficial for me as their coach. So then I know what drills to prescribe to them and not waste their time. And then I have an idea. Usually I have an idea of what someone's limiter is based on their swim time. If they're like above, if they're below 2 minutes per 100, or if they're way above 2 minutes, or if they're 220, 230, I know exactly what's going on and why they're slower or faster. So it's pretty cool.
I think I'm going to send you some videos of my poor swimming technique.
I would love it. I know exactly probably what's going on.
Hey, if you got a question for Wendy, use the hashtag AskCoachWendy on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, and she can help you out. Thanks so much, Wendy. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you.